This is something I can tell you from personal experience. I spent a lot of time learning and memorizing facts when I first started college around a year ago. But it didn't take long for me to forget all I'd read the day before. For me, it was a disaster because I felt dumb. After putting in a lot of effort and receiving little to no results, I began to believe that school was not for me. But then there was the following year, and then the following semester when everything turned over a new leaf. During the holidays, I spent most of my time trying to figure out what was wrong with me. Was it because I was a moron? Was it possible that I chose the wrong course? Was it me, or was it something else? It turns out I'd been doing everything wrong all along. And today, I will share with you the 3 things that I have done that changed how I remember what I have read. The following are the 3 tricks I use to recall everything I've read.
I don't really know what comes next, I'm just doing my best even though I'm so stressed out.
1. Talk out loud when studying. My friends have been asking me what I'm doing differently this semester that has enhanced my efficiency and production, even when they don't see me in the library. Or am I deceiving them by sneaking into the library behind their backs? Well, I've thrown the library into the FU trash bag since it prevents me from doing what makes me, and perhaps everyone else, remember everything they've read without having to reread it. That is, I am speaking out loud to myself about what I am studying. Talking out loud, and I can't stress this enough, is probably the most efficient way of retaining information in memory. You will excel in college and in every other aspect of your life if you understand one thing: your brain is a different person than you are. You don't have to treat your brain the same way you treat your body. You must talk to it, aloud, as if it were your next-door neighbor. You won't be able to perform at your best unless you know this. Speaking out loud, according to a recent Waterloo study, aids in the retention of words in long-term memory. The study discovered that the combined activity of speaking and hearing oneself has the most favorable impact on memory, dubbed the production effect. The study looked at 4 different ways to learn written information: reading silently, hearing someone else read, listening to a self-recorded reading, and reading aloud in real time. The production effect of reading the material aloud to yourself resulted in the best remembering, according to results from studies with 95 individuals. But here's how I do things differently. I don't pick up the book and begin reading aloud. That, in my opinion, will not help you remember facts for a long time. I read information, and without looking at the book, recite it out to myself or envision a group of people with whom I can discuss it. After this, I would again imagine talking to someone who has no idea about the topic and would try to put it in my own words and try to simplify it as much as possible. This way, your brain will capture it, never to let it go. Yes, I know it is hard. But it is not harder than reading, forgetting and coming back to read again and forgetting and so on. Note-taking by hand. Remember, the brain is a separate dude who is just residing in your skull apartment. So, you must treat him like the independent guy that he is. In step 1, you talk to him, by speaking out loud, and he listened to you as you speak. He took the information that he heard and stored it in his secret chambers in the skull apartment. Now is the time to let him see that information so he always remembers where specifically in the apartment he stored the information. This is important because this guy can make up a lot of excuses in the examination room, like staring at the ceiling or letting you chew the pen or read just about every sign on the wall. So, show him everything by taking notes on his watch. And you must do this by hand. You know, this brain guy is not into technology. Typing on your laptop or smartphone is not really going to impress him. As a matter of fact, it is going to screw the whole thing up. Handwritten notes are an effective technique for encrypting embodied cognition and, as a result, boosting the brain's recall capabilities. Second, taking notes by hand creates reliable external memory storage, your notebook. Taking notes on paper is a win-win situation that should be included in every student's cognitive toolkit. Learning to take notes by hand and ingraining note-taking as a critical learning and study tool can start as early as 3rd or 4th grade, but it's never too late to start. 3. Not engaging in remembering information after studying time. Yeah, there is that moment after a long day of studying, you sit on the couch with burritos and attempt to recall everything you've learned. Well, guess what? That too pisses the guy in the skull apartment off. Remember that you and the brain are two different people that share the same apartment. The brain is upstairs while you are downstairs. He doesn't appreciate it when you bother him about where he saved the information you gave him after talking to him out loud and writing on his watch. Now is the time for him to rest. And that's what you have to give him, otherwise, everything you've told him will be thrown out the window. That is exactly how the brain works. It is recommended that you sleep after studying because it allows your brain to analyze the information alone. If you've only just gotten out of bed and when you started to study and do not feel like going back there again, it's also a good idea to go for a walk and just exist. Let go of all your worries and tension because everyone in this world is not just as worried about just everything as you are. It's never just you. If this is also too much to ask, hang out with friends and laugh out loud with them. Your brain likes it when you have some fun time after a long day of studying. Or if all that is not ideal for you, watch your favorite Netflix show. All this will help your brain rest and process and store information in the long-term memory. These 3 tips and tricks, if done efficiently and consistently, are probably all you need to ace all your course units. With this, I can now say welcome to the realm of optimal performance where less hard work and more smart work are the norms. If you like what you have just watched, I'm a new YouTuber who is trying to grow. So, smash that subscribe button as hard as you can and help me grow. Click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I am back with a new video. Thank you very much for your support. Take pleasure in yourself.